Welcome to Hot Sour Sparkles. I'm Stephen Davis, and this is an 8-minute movie review of Free Fire, a movie where a bunch of people get together to trade guns for cash. Things go awry, and we have an all-out free fire of shooting like crazy through most of a movie. As always, I'm going to start off with a spoiler-free section before moving into spoilers, where I'll give my top 8 favorite and least favorite things about the film. To begin with the spoiler-free section, I had a great time with this movie. My wife, not so much. She thought it was okay. I laughed during most of this movie. I thought the humor was by far the best part of this movie. If it wasn't as funny as it was, this wouldn't have been that great a movie. And I was surprised how funny it was. Seeing the commercials, I didn't think it was going to be as funny as it ended up being. But I really enjoyed it. The actors really made the movie what it was. I don't know if it would have been quite as good with different actors. Sharlto Copley, I believe how you pronounce his name, was really funny. He was really good. Armie Hammer was great. He was the one guy that was like, I'm kind of rooting for you. I really like you, more so than most of the characters. And Brie Larson was really good. But once again, there's not much to tell about this movie. It's things. Two guys, one from each guy, have beef. They make things go down. People start shooting at each other. And then without spoiling anything, that's the rest of the movie. People shooting at each other. And I enjoyed it. Like I said before, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty fun movie. But I think my official review for this, because even though it was a fun movie, there were times when it dragged a little. We didn't get a lot of character development, so you didn't overly care for a lot of the characters. And for as much as I liked it, this is definitely a movie that I believe is more of a rental type movie. This is definitely something, get some good food, sit down on your couch, and just chuckle and laugh, and then this movie is going to be forgotten in a few days. It's not like a great, spectacular movie you need to go out to the theaters to see. So Rental is going to be my official review of this movie, or rating for this movie. So let's move into spoilers. So spoilers. Yeah. Number 1, humor. This movie was funny. I said in the spoiler-free section, I'm stating it, it was very funny. I really enjoyed the humor. Without the humor, this movie would have almost been bad. It was surprisingly funny for a bunch of people shooting at each other. 2, how many times? I guess it's probably realistic. These people are not good shots. Most of us probably are good shots. Not everybody goes out and trains with their pistol to shoot someone for a while. So these people, not good shots. They're about as good as stormtroopers. Probably slightly better because they actually hit their targets. People get shot so many times in this movie. In the arm, in the shoulder, in the leg. Almost no one in the entire movie gets vitally injured till towards the end. The only person who semi gets injured is the very first person shot. And he gets shot like shoulder, almost chest, and he's not doing well for most of the movie. And he was the guy that I disliked the most in the whole movie. The whole reason everything was happening because he did something to some guy's cousin. That guy didn't like it. They saw each other. They started spewing back and forth, and he just couldn't keep his mouth shut. He couldn't apologize, couldn't be a decent human being, and of course without him being this, we wouldn't have a movie. So the other guy gets so pissed off, he gets his gun and he shoots him, and that's where things start breaking down. Then the other guy retaliates by hitting Sharlto Copley, kind of in the side, or hits the car and it kind of cuts him a little bit. It just escalates from there. Everyone starts picking sides and shooting at each other. Just so many people get shot. Everybody gets shot 2 or 3 times in this movie. Non-vitally get shot. So that was number 2. It was fun. Number 3, those 2 guys I disliked so much, I was so happy to see when they died. Like, thank God they died. Thank God they're not the one guys that made it out of this movie. Because I couldn't have stood it if they would have made it out of this movie. And speaking of people making it out of this movie, pretty much no one made it out of this movie. I was surprised. Almost everyone died. Everyone, Brie Larson. And let's move into number 4, the characters. Especially the 3 main characters that I think were just by far the best, which was Brie Larson, who ends up surviving, You would know her from The Room or Kong Skull Island that came out last month. And she's going to be Captain Marvel, which is fantastic. I think she'd be a great Captain Marvel. Armie Hammer, which if you would have told me this guy's name, I'm like, who? Oh yeah, he's that guy that played Lone Ranger. Which, by the way, I enjoyed the movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was just going to be bad. I heard so many bad things. We read boxed it and like, oh, that was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed it. And he played in A Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I haven't seen. I wanted to go see. And I will end up seeing at some point. Maybe I'll put a review up for that as well. And Sharlto Copley. What a strange character he is. He plays a fantastically funny, really douchebag character in this movie. But you know him from, if you saw Powers, which you should have saw Powers. Unfortunately, it was like a PlayStation exclusive series, but it was really great. Me and my wife really enjoyed it. He's from District 9 and from Chappie and from Hardcore Henry. So he's great. But the characters were fantastic. But let's move into some of the dislikes, which, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to find some dislikes, but there were some things that weren't fantastic about this movie. There's a lot of times in the movie where you're just like, who's shooting? Bullets are flying. Oh, this guy shot. Did he hit anything? Oh, the shot. The camera's kind of all over the place sometimes. You're not quite sure who's shooting, why they're shooting, and who's getting hit. So, not necessarily a terrible, terrible thing, but we could have had a little bit more cohesiveness on the shooting aspect. Number 2, more character development would have been great to make this movie not... Let's just put this into number 3 as well. The movie drags a little and gets kind of repetitive. This could have... The type of movie could have been like 45 minutes short, tight, and out. That's actually pretty cool. But it's not... With a little character development, if we could have got like maybe a couple backstories of the characters or flashbacks, or maybe a little bit before they ended up getting to the warehouse, we could have... or like the gun fights is like 4 hours earlier, and we could have got... Or the night before, and kind of cared about the characters a little more. It could have really helped with the story. And really made you care if anyone actually died or not. And number 4, and lastly, I would have been happy with 3 people walking out of this movie. They could have all got in the van and drove off, and I'd been happy. That's Brie Larson's character, because I really liked her, and she's the one character I really didn't want to die. Secondly, Armie Hammer's character was fantastic. For most of the movie, he was my favorite character. I just really liked him. And let me get his name. Cillian Murphy, who plays Scarecrow from the Batman series and is going to be in the upcoming Dunkirk movie. Those 3 characters could have made it out. But she ends up shooting them right in the end. I'm like, I guess so. None of these people are really good people. So, at the end it was fine. But, as I said before, this movie is a rental. I had a lot of fun with it, but it definitely felt more of a rental type of movie. If you want to reach me, you can do that at BJJ Gamer, reach the show, or me at Hot Sour Sparkles. But if you like this review, please throw a like on it. Let me know if you went and saw it and what you thought about it by leaving a comment down below. And as always, to get more videos, please subscribe. And until next time, be well.